Brendon. I will be your dungeon master for this evening. Dungeons and Comedians is a show where comedians play Dungeons and Dragons, except there's not many dungeons and there's not many dragons, but there's a lot of and. This show really specialises in the and part of Dungeons and Dragons. Just out of curiosity, if you have ever played Dungeons and Dragons before, please make some noise now. If you have never played Dungeons and Dragons before, please make some noise now. If you don't know what Dungeons and Dragons is, please make some noise now. Yes, a round of applause for not to put you on the spot, but what's your name?
Anita.
Anita, let me explain.
I didn't know Googling beforehand. I was like, we're going to this, I'm going to watch and find out what it's like.
That is so good. You don't want spoilers. That's like, before I go to a movie, I'm like, I don't even know what a movie is. So, we're going to create a story taking place in a fantasy world. Each of the comedians has created a character. The character has different stats representing the things that they're good at and the things that they're bad at. As we create the story, at certain points, they'll try and do things and we won't know whether or not they'll succeed. At which point, they have to roll one of these 20-sided dice. Generally, higher numbers mean they succeed, lower numbers mean they fail. And that's really all that there is to it. But just check in anytime if you've got any questions. Fortunately, I am not doing this by myself. There are a few people who are going to help with the show. So first of all, behind me you'll see that there is a projector screen here. During the adventure, someone is going to be drawing illustrations to help us visualize what is happening. That person is animator Andrew Kepple. Give him a big round of applause. Because it's directly behind me, I will have no idea what is being drawn there. So hopefully nothing bad. Also, at the back of the room. I asked Michael to set up a little monitor here, and he was like, no, it's too complicated. It's too complicated. Speaking of, so there are two other people at the back of the room who are going to push as many buttons as are required to make this show happen. So please, a big round of applause for Michael and Will. Your moment in the spotlight. That's great. All right, I think it's time to meet our adventurers. So I'll bring them out, give them a big round of applause, and then we have the adventure. So first up, please welcome to the stage, Aaron Jelley! Welcome, and you are of course playing...
Russel Scarecrow.
Next up, please welcome to the stage, Henri Nelis! Now, of course, Henri, as always, is playing a terrifying barbarian.
Hello.
Named...
My name's Norman. Hello.
Fear his rage. Next up, joining us for the first time, a new adventurer. Please welcome Krystal. Welcome. It's so nice of you to join us.
Oh, it's good to be here.
Who are you going to be playing?
I will be playing a tiefling called Belle.
Belle. Round of applause. Yes. And finally, also playing a barbarian, because every party needs to be 50% barbarians. Please welcome to the stage, Trubie-Dylan Smith!
Hello.
Hello. And you will be playing
Daisy.
Daisy, the Minotaur Barbarian.
That's right.
You know, team, just before we get started, I was just reflecting that, we have some new people. I know there are some young D&D players in the audience. So I'd like this to be like a really textbook example of how Dungeons and Dragons should be played. Like, I want people to like share this podcast for people like, this is exactly how it should be played. Going to get everything just perfect this time. I know in the past things have got a little bit off track. There's been some weird things with tongues happening. I want it to just be like exactly as Gary Gygax himself would have done. Okay, so are we all on board with that?
Well, in the interest of that, what is a dice?
Good. You're coming in with some of that Anita energy. I really like it. Henri, can we bring up the map? Our adventure began some time ago when a group of adventurers were transported from their own world and suddenly reappeared in a flash of light in a strange and unfamiliar land. You've been travelling across this map to try and find your way home. You've heard rumours that the Lord of this land, Lord Everblessed, has the power to send you home. And so you've been journeying, trying to find him. You've journeyed across battlefields, across oceans, and most recently you've travelled by train. The Frostbend Express, where you were attempted to solve a murder. Attempted. We'll say attempted.
And did. We found the answer.
You found the answer when the answer happened to you. Now, Norman and Daisy, you were both on the Frostbend Express, and you, in fact, still are on the Frostbend Express.
Right.
So I'd just like to hear from each of you what your character has been doing since our last adventure, as the Frostbend Express makes its way towards Bronzewood. Daisy?
Yes. I have been sitting aboard the train, looking out the window with a book of logic puzzles. And solving them one by one systematically, working from numbers 1 through to 100, and then the bonus 101st at the back of the book.
All right, what's your intelligence modifier?
It's +1, which puts me above the average person.
Yes.
So,
All right, so you were just showing off.
yes, well, I think it's easy to underestimate a Minotaur, but we are big fans of puzzles. It is our bread and butter. I myself work in a labyrinth. So you know, I might not seem sharp, but that would be your mistake.
So you're
Your
really good with
last
that.
mistake.
You're really good with that maze on the back of the pizza Hut placemat, kind of.
Oh yeah, I just look at it and it's done. That's right.
Thank you, Daisy. Norman, what are you doing on the train?
I'm also sitting on the train. I'm sitting opposite Daisy. He's going backwards, but I'm going forwards. I get a bit sick if I go backwards. So I've been balancing my checkbook. I don't know if you remember, but last adventure I got a gold coin and I spent a gold coin. So I guess it's balanced.
Excellent, thank you. Now, Russel, you're a scarecrow that was possessed by a will-o'-the-wisp.
Well, I am a will-o'-the-wisp. And then I went to go on a human, and it was this. I have learnt between episodes this is not a human. You're not all made of burlap and straw. But yeah, I'm Russel. Hi.
Now, you weren't part of the previous adventure, but where were you?
I got shoved in an overhead compartment. I kind of managed to get out at one point, but have you seen the Polar Express? Where they lose the golden ticket and it goes on this crazy adventure like all across the land and it's fluttering in the breeze and wolf packs and then just straight back into the train. Straight back into the compartment.
Rendering the entire thing pointless.
Yeah, but cinematically stimulating.
All right. The three of you are speeding through the mountains on the Frostbend Express towards your destination. Now, Belle Flower, you are not on this train.
I'm not.
You're not even in this realm. Where are you at this moment?
So, I've been working really hard at the School of Magic, going towards my BON, my Bachelor of Necromancy. And I was just about to get my final exam saying if I passed or failed the year, and then pop.
Yes, just as you're, I guess you're waiting in line to look at the sign that they've put up with everyone's results on it. And just as you're about to get up to that, suddenly you disappear in a flash of pink light. And then a moment later, you reappear directly in front of a speeding train. Now, the engineer is quick to react. He throws on the brake and the train screeches to a halt just before it hits you.
Damn it.
He leans out of the cab and says, well, that was a close run thing, but I guess I just saved your life.
Yeah, you did. Thank you very much.
And then he shouts over the intercom, sorry everyone, but there's been a disturbance on the tracks.
I know what it is.
You say back through the intercom. Okay, go on. I didn't realise this was two-way.
Frankly, I find it insensitive. And that's what the thing on the front of the train's for, right?
The cow catcher.
Yes. As I said, insensitive.
Look, I'm sorry. I know that your tickets take you all the way to Bronzewall, but there's been a problem. You're gonna have to walk from here. Sorry, everyone.
Is this a one-use train? Once you've stopped, you've got to dispose of it.
We got derailed when we stopped so quickly.
Oh, okay.
I should have said that. We got derailed. I was going to say it, but then I got derailed.
Oh, you lost your train of thought.
Doesn't the track's right there though? I'm looking out the window. Surely it's easy enough to put this thing back on.
Look, if you just follow the tracks, there's a platform up ahead. I should have mentioned something. We did do a wicked 180.
I take off my seatbelt.
Yeah, sorry, got distracted again. The train's flipped upside down. So that's why we can't go on any further. But I should just give you a little warning about this area. It's very dangerous. There's a band. It's terrible.
Nickelback.
So I'd keep my eyes peeled if I were you. Now, please continue on with the adventure.
Pardon?
Okay.
The three of you clamber out of the train, grabbing whatever luggage that you can, and you see the obstacle on the tracks is a tiefling wizard.
Are they scary?
I'm the obstacle, sorry.
Oh, right.
Hello.
Where did you come from?
Hi. Elfington.
Elfington? Elfington.
Do you know my grandson? His name's Quinn. He's there studying at the moment.
Oh, yeah, I know him. I go to the School of Magic as well.
Oh, he's quite a lovely boy, isn't
Is
he?
he?
Lovely boy. Oh, that's so nice.
What was that name again?
Quinn.
Quinn.
The four of you decide to join forces.
Let's join forces.
Okay.
Follow the tracks until you come to a small village set up around a train platform. This village, as you come towards the village, you hear a bit of an argument in progress. And so you hear someone saying, "Oh, please, please," and then another voice saying, "No, I wouldn't waste my time." As you come a bit closer, you see what can only be described as a peasant.
Your words.
On his knees, like begging, and then a mighty warrior with the head of a lion, an enormous battle axe strapped to his back.
How tall is he?
Oh, he's tall. He's over 6 feet tall.
Interesting. Continue.
Please, we'll give you anything. We just need your help. No, I only take on real challenges. Your village would be a waste of my incredible skill. And with that, the lion man strides off, leaving the peasant whimpering in the dust.
Do we keep following these tracks?
The four of you continue on.
I'm just conscious of. Are we heading to Bronze Wall? I've got that written down, but I don't
Yes.
remember. Oh, that's good. Look, I've just got to get home. I'm late for my death.
You're dying?
I am actually. I was mid-funeral. I got interrupted.
So are you in the process of death?
I'm awaiting to be set alight on my boat.
A Viking funeral.
Hello, new person. What's that creepy look in your eye?
Oh, I'm studying a Bachelor of Necromancy.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm studying the dead.
Oh. Right.
So
Oh, it's
really
funny you should mention the dead, because my whole village is going to be dead pretty soon. Sorry, just me back here, just me, just the peasant that you walked past. Sorry, just no, you keep going. You keep going. I'll just go and tell everyone that. Tell them the news. Oh, they're not going to take it well.
What's the news?
Really?
Yeah, look, you've stopped. Yes, yeah.
Well, my village, we're in grave danger.
Right.
It's a roving band of musicians touring the region. In every village they come to, they demand all of the crops. And if they don't get enough, then they destroy the village.
What kind of music?
Rock.
Cool.
Right.
Listen, if you help us, you can have all the underwear you can carry.
What?
That's what we grow. We're underwear farmers.
Uh-huh.
Do they grow below the ground or do you pick them?
Oh, you're acting like you've never put on a pair of socks fresh from the stalk. Like you've never plucked a ripe bra dangling from the vine.
Sounds like you got one more.
Like you've never dug up a G-string from the furrows of your paddock.
Look, guys, I could actually do with another set of underwear.
We've been on the road for a
It's
week,
been quite a while.
and we didn't expect to be travelling. It could be worth a wee investigation.
This would be such a relief. Otherwise, I would have had to have gone all the way to Bronzewall and tried to talk to Lord Everblessed.
That's actually where we're heading. But not now.
If you could help us, I could give you this ticket.
It's not for the train, is it?
It's valid for one audience with Lord Everblessed. He doesn't actually just talk to any randoms who show up.
Oh. Yes. Yes. How many would that would do us all? Would it?
Well, it's good for one conversation.
One conversation. All right. I think we've got an extra 30 minutes. We could definitely spend here with your problem. Yeah, sure. Yes, great. Okay, cool. One conversation. Got
So,
it.
when you say you needed help, did you need help preventing the band from coming, or do you need more crops to give them? Like a week? You said they'd take all the crops.
I thought I would hire some mighty warriors, such as I assume you are, to fight them off. But if you think you have the agricultural skills to double our harvest, it's been a bit of a rough year, if I'm being honest.
When are you expecting these musicians?
Well, they've just... He points off in the distance and you can see smoke rising. Looks like they've just finished on the last village. So ours is next.
Huh.
Is there a warm-up band, or are they straight on? Sometimes you've got another hour, actually.
I've already seen their roadies scouring the countryside. Will you help us?
We will help you. So what's your name?
Oh, Girdle.
Right.
Present.
Oh, this is such a relief. And he starts to lead you through the hills towards his village. And there, yes, you can see as you walk towards this village, there are people out in the fields with their scythes chopping down the socks. People are gathering singlets from the trees. But as you make it into the middle of the town, to the town square, you see villagers are just piling things into piles.
How appropriate.
Yeah, good point. Oh no, I think they've given up. They've given up hope. I was too slow.
What's in these piles?
So you can see piles of socks, piles of boxes, briefs, all those kinds of things. You see Girdle address one of the other villagers. Oh, what are you doing? I said I'd get some warriors, and look, I've got some 4 mighty warriors who's going to protect our village. And the other one says, oh, there's no point. There's no point in fighting back. We might as well just hand them all over and be done with it.
I say, fear not, villagers, because here we are. And I'd spread my arms and some hay falls out.
Okay, I'd like you to make a persuasion check to try and inspire.
+0. 18 though.
Okay, yes, they all turn towards you, and you know the hay indicates your closeness to their agricultural nature. So you seem to have caught their attention, and they're ready for some inspiring words.
I say to them, look at Belle. She got... Oh, did we not find that out yet? Look at this guy.
I'm Belle.
Oh.
She got horns and magic. Look at this guy. Daisy, know him. He's got horns. And, one horn?
It does that sometimes. It ascends or...
He has adaptable horns and a big hammer. And then... Well, this guy speaks for himself.
Hello, my name's Norman.
That's what he says.
And what about you?
Oh, I walk around with them.
You look around at these villagers, and yes, their backs straighten up a little bit. They seem to feel a little bit of hope. Okay, but we've already sent the mayor to go and negotiate with the band.
I mean, that's good. That might buy us some time. As he's sorting out their rider.
Yeah, that's what all that pile of M&Ms is for.
Oh, right.
Why are they all blue?
That's what they like. Wait, or was it? Oh no, I think it was brown M&Ms. Anyway, it doesn't matter now that you're here. Ha ha! We'll soon send them packing. At that moment, you hear the sound of feedback. And then as you turn towards it, you see outside the village, on a small rise, there are some speakers set up. I mean, magical boxes that produce sound.
Oh.
And standing on top of that hill is a figure made of stone. He's like 8 feet tall, all rock.
He's huge.
Metaphorically all rock or actually all rock?
Both.
Oh.
Both. Because you see he has a guitar strapped around him, and he's also like rock, like sediment.
Is he sedimentary,
He's sedimentary rock, right.
Or is he... He is sedimentary?
He's, well...
As opposed to metamorphic.
Or igneous.
Yeah.
Do you think he floats?
I feel like I've stumbled into something that I'm not qualified to talk about.
You underestimated our intense interest in geology.
We'll conduct some experiments.
Yeah, it's all right.
A bit of it.
We'll take it to the lab.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Do I have your attention?
Yeah.
It's about right. That's good.
Is the feedback stopped?
Yes.
Yeah, seems to be working.
Good. Because I'm here to collect. Bring out your goods. Throw them up here on stage. Otherwise, this village is going to see a performance it'll never forget.
No.
Who dares challenge me? Baz. Halt.
As oh yes, I see. Why, that would be me, Daisy. Just Daisy.
Huh. Looks like you villagers have tried to hire some muscle to defy us. Well, it won't help. Just so happens that we have a bargaining chip. Then, coming up the rise of the hill, you see two figures in black with bandanas, holding a struggling figure. Another one of the villagers. And you hear Girdle say, "Oh no, the mayor!"
Is he one of the mayors, you know, those mayors that the town really likes? Or is it kind of coming to the end of his term? People are looking for a change, a new perspective.
Oh no, our beloved and newly elected mayor! We came in on a wave of goodwill. This is still the honeymoon period just after his election.
Okay, that's
What do we do without Mayor Farthingale?
elect a new one?
I will give you until midnight tonight. If you don't hand over the goods, the mayor gets it.
The mayor gets the goods?
You said it.
Can't take it back now.
If I'm honest, that's a win for us.
He tries to phrase a response, but instead he reaches down, pulls a rock out of the ground, and throws it at you. I want you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Wait, no, I get a +2. It's 4. How many?
It lands right in front of you and then rolls into you. It's kind of bowling you over like a 10-pin bowling. You take 7 damage.
Oh no. Oh no.
And there's more where that came from.
Right, team, we've got till midnight tonight to sort something out.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm reasonable. I feel about 80% at the moment.
When you look up again, you'll see that Baz and the rest of his crew are gone. I think they've set up camp in the old corset mill.
What do you mill the corset from?
Bigger corsets.
Oh,
To be honest, that's why the mill's abandoned. It wasn't a very good system.
Is it over that hill?
Just over that hill.
have you heard anything from the other villages that they came from before? Any insight that we could use?
Oh, that's a great question. Yes, some of the survivors have come through to our village. We know they have a wide range of devastating weaponry: pyro, smoke machines, strobe lights, and of course the music.
Right, I'll turn my hearing aids off. That'll solve one of them.
Maybe if you could just sneak into the camp and get the mayor back, then we could stand up to them.
Sneak. Oh yes, that sounds good. What time does it get dark here?
Oh, about now.
Excellent. And what's the time right now?
I was about 7 p.m.
7 p.m. 5 hours till midnight. That gives us 5 hours.
What do you think, team? Should we go? Should we sneak in?
Yeah. Yeah, let's sneak in and get the mare back.
While they're doing their sound checks, they won't even know.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, they'll be too wasted right now.
That's right. Have the after party beforehand.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, well, if you're going to go, I have something that might help. Follow me. He leads you into one of the houses in the village. Then he kind of looks both ways and then pulls back a false wall. On the wall, there's there's pegs in the wall and different things are hanging from them.
How much of it is undergarments?
100%. So I have 4 items for you to choose from. Jockeys, boxes, Y fronts, or there's just 2 empty pegs if you want to go commando.
Huh.
Right. What were the Y fronts again?
So they're WHY fronts.
Ah. I grabbed the pegs.
All right. Since you are going commando, you get +1 to acrobatics and to stealth. But due to the freedom of movement, but you also carry a risk of sudden exposure.
Okay. And I also have 2 pegs.
Give me a look at those boxes.
Okay, you have boxes. You get +2 to all unarmed attacks and unarmed damage due to the added freedom of movement.
Huh. Ooh. Are they satin?
Yes.
Okay. I'm 13 again.
Yes, your trousers immediately start to slip down over the top of them.
Oh, dear. My skirt.
We've got the jockeys and the Y fronts.
Give me the jockeys.
You get +2 to ride anything.
Okay, wait, no, what do you mean by that?
Anytime you need to ride something, you get +2 to your roll.
I'm sure we'll find a use for it.
Did I pick the wrong character today?
Russell, that leaves you with the Y fronts. You get advantage on all rolls to philosophize. As night begins to fall, you creep through the foothills and you see lights flickering in the abandoned corset mill. Sitting out around it, milling around, you see numerous roadies. Some of them sitting around watchfires, others cleaning equipment, tuning guitars, setting up different pieces of equipment.
How many of them are there?
You think there might be about 30 in total. Too many for a frontal assault, Daisy.
How close are we?
So at the moment, you are hiding behind a hill. You're about, 200 feet away.
Are these mini rock people, or are these just normal?
There's a range of people, so they're all wearing black t-shirts with bandanas, and they have crew written on the back of their shirts. But you see like elves and dwarves and humans and trolls and tieflings and all kinds of things.
Okay.
Sort of the nature of rock music to take all influences, bring them all together into one thing, representing sort of an amalgamation of everyone in the world.
Those white fronts are really working.
I put my hand in the dirt and I put those things on.
I'd like you to make perception rolls.
Yeah, 5.
1.
19.
12.
It won't help. It won't. No.
8.
Now, Norman, you said that you turned off your hearing aids.
I did, yes.
Um,
To make my vision better.
Yes. It, of course, has the effect of sharpening all your other senses. And as you place a hand to the ground, you feel the vibrations of 4 figures walking in your direction. It seems that a patrol of roadies is about to head over the hill.
Ooh.
We take 1 each.
All right. Yeah. Wait for them to get over the hill, right? And then, and then we take their costumes, their uniforms,
That's good.
Yeah.
I like
their
that.
shirt and bananas.
Yeah, that's nice. That's good.
All right, if your goal is to ambush them, then first of all, you're going to need to hide. So you can roll stealth. I'll give you advantage if you can describe an effective way that you are hiding.
Is there any kind of, trees or bushes, or is it just a plain hill?
There are some trees and bushes. And things
Some
around.
trees and bushes. Okay.
We're kind of in like a grassy area, right?
Yes, a grassy area.
Right. Okay.
I only just met you.
Okay. Look, it's not my favourite way of doing this either.
All right. Yes. So by stripping down and hiding yourself as a humble, domesticated bull, I think that you don't even have to roll. I think that's a perfect disguise. Although, at the cost of your dignity.
Yes, we will not hear any more of this. I also, from before I discard all my clothing, I produce a ball of yarn.
Okay.
As is wise for anyone who works in a labyrinth to carry. And I offer it to somebody else to take the other end of. For reasons that will become clear as they crest the hill.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, all right. You're going to prove your place on this team, all right? All right, now.
Can't wait.
I'm going to go over here and take off all my clothes. Okay, I'm going to hold this between my teeth, and once that you know what to do.
Do I?
Are you kneeling down eating grass, or are you hiding? If I crouch down and if I put my back to the people coming along so they can't see my hands, could I pretend to milk the cow?
So what?
And then they'll just think I'm a humble farmer.
Yes. Okay.
We've almost got enough for a whole tableau here, don't we?
Okay. Yeah. Let's build on this tableau. What have we got? What else have we got here?
Okay, well, I mean, I'll stand there. and just to really sell the illusion, occasionally I'll shout like, "Get out of here, crows!"
All right, so the three of us are going to do this, and you've just got to go on the other. You've got to traverse quite a distance from us, and you need to hold the other end of this.
I know what you're on about. Yeah.
Okay.
You also need to hide yourself.
Yes,
Please
I'm going to go to a really shadowy place, get my hood up, and just hide like that.
Okay.
Blend in with the shadows.
All right. I think from you, you are going to have to roll
Yeah.
your stealth check.
Oh, nat 20! I deserve to be here.
Welcome to the team.
Daisy, you're staring right at Belle, but then suddenly she just disappears. Norman, you hear So again, you sense through these vibrations, the roadie's getting closer. As you're now under scrutiny, I need you to roll sleight of hand to...
Sleight of hand, right. 11.
11. So, you are able to make the illusion convincing, but it does require a bit more grabbing than you intended.
I'm stoic of face. I'm committed to the part. My objective is to eat grass, chew cud, chew grass, eat cud.
I lock eyes with Daisy and just kind of confirming that.
Yes.
Daisy, I'm going to give you a point of inspiration for your performance. Anita, just so you know, all D&D games are like this. This is actually a written, published campaign. You hear the leader go, "Hey, what's this? Oh, looks like a cow being milked. One of those cows with horns being milked. Hey, give us some milk. We're thirsty. Give us some milk." And they start walking towards you.
I kind of, like, out the side of my mouth to Norman, go, "They need to go past me and over the yarn."
Oh, hello. I'm just on bucket number 2. I just put a fresh bucket of milk just over there. It's just it's got a nice thick bit of cream on the top. It's one of those cows with the A2 protein, so it's better for you. Just over there. Don't mind me.
Ha! Thanks a lot, old man. Ha! What a loser milking a cow. And the four roadies swagger past you towards where they believe that this bucket of milk is.
As they do so, I say, "Assholes," and I yank on the yarn with my teeth chomped down on it, trusting that on the other end is being pulled taut by Bellflower, and I'm going to trip all 4 of them up with this pool of yarn.
All right, I think it's such an effective plan that they're all going to have disadvantage to try and evade this ball of yarn.Ess! All 4 of them tumble into a heap as they trip over this ball of yarn. They clatter into a pile, and you have a moment to act. What do you do before they are able to get back to their feet?
I stand at my full height.
Okay, I'll make an intimidation roll with advantage. And I won't explain why.
These two. 18. 18.
Oh, don't hurt us! Don't hurt us!
Hello, boys. Or anyone. Boys, girls, and everyone. Hello.
Oh, so scary, but also so thoughtful and interesting.
Thank you.
Oh, please, we'll do whatever you say. Please, just don't do whatever you're thinking of doing.
Take off your clothes.
Specifically, your shirt and bandanas.
No, we're not doing what you think we're doing.
No.
I realise now that actually that
You're right. We specifically want your shirts and bandanas, and then you're going to go sit in that village over there.
Think about what you have done.
Oh God! It's good stuff. Good stuff.
The four roadies, they take off their shirts and their bandanas, and they drop them, and then they, with their shoulders slumped, they walk over to the village to turn themselves in.
Look like Charlie Brown yourselves over there.
You quickly slip into your disguises.
I put my skirt back on. On.
And now, freshly disguised, you make your way towards the camp. There is, of course, a bouncer standing at the edge of the camp with a clipboard.
I just walk up to him and kind of lift up my head and just point to them by the back of me where it says crew, and just keep walking. Sometimes confidence is the only credential you need.
Okay, so I think confidence, let's say that this is an intimidation roll.
It's not acrobatic, no?
But because of the disguise, I'll give you advantage on it.
Oh, lovely. Well, intimidation. 19.
Here, the bouncer is like, and he quickly sits up and then removes a velvet rope just to give you extra admittance to the camp. You're now free to walk about the camp. You see that there are roadies sitting around fires all around it, and in the centre of the camp is this the mill, this big kind of windmill.
Is the mayor around?
You can't see him in this. You think he might be inside the mill.
Oh.
Can I feel him?
If you can describe what you would be feeling.
I'm picking up the mayor because he's so different to these people. He's had such a different upbringing, and a lot about your upbringing is you pick up a lot of things. You walk differently, you talk differently, and he's so different to these people that when he walks around or just does anything really, he moves on the ground so differently that he sticks out quite a lot.
Yeah. So as you're reaching out with your feelings, one of the roadies comes over to you with a tray and says, "Hey, bring this to the mayor." He's in there. He's up in the mill. And he hands you a tray with a plate of food and a cup of water on it.
Will do.
Yes, of course we will. Which is this way.
You can very much see the mill. Yes.
Oh, yes, don't worry.
What?
We know where he is.
Yes, he's in the mill. Did I not?
So I think we gathered that at some point, yes.
We thought you said them ill. We were confused.
Yeah, exactly. Work on your diction.
Sure, you seem to still have some residual intimidation just radiating off you.
That's my vibe.
He says, "Oh yeah, sorry," and he goes away. Go. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. So you make your way between the campfires. A guard opens the door to the mill, and then you go up a winding staircase and up in the top room of the mill. That is where the mare is being kept.
Is there a door, or do you just come up the stairs and it's like a mezzanine?
Yeah, it's like a mezzanine.
A mezzanine.
Yes, but since there are guards at the door, they don't think that he can escape.
Ah, right. Well,
Do we see the mayor in this mezzanine?
Yes, you can. He's sitting despondently in the corner.
right. What is for dinner? What have I got?
Let's see. There's a bowl of soup,
Mm-hmm.
a hunk of bread,
Right.
and a mostly gnawed chicken bone.
Oh, okay. Okay. Can't do a lot with that.
Oh, I suppose you've come to mock me as well, have you? Me, the mayor. Mayor Farthingale, newly elected, came in on a raft of new promises to really change the village.
No, I've just got your soup, your bread, and this cup of water. And an empty plate to put your empty soup bowl on.
Are you saying that you've stolen a partially gnawed chicken bone?
I have, it's in my equipment.
Listen, you seem like good people. Why don't you let me out? I could bribe you. Ever had a pair of merino socks?
And there's like literally a whole forest of them, like 100 metres that way.
Okay, well, you've done your research.
Are there any guards up here or just downstairs?
Just downstairs.
Oh, okay.
Do not worry, old mayor person. We are here to rescue you.
What?
Yeah. Or did you not hear me? We're here to rescue you.
No, I did hear you. I was shocked.
Oh.
I had given up hope of being rescued.
Oh, I see. Well, don't worry about it. And I pick him up in one arm.
Okay, is there an exit plan?
Is there an exit?
So, you take a moment and you look out the window here from the top. It's occasionally blocked as the sails of the windmill go past it. But you can see the camp spread out in front of you. So you can either go downstairs and try and bust out the door, sneak him out somehow, or find Andrew. Or perhaps find a different exit.
Is there a possibility that we could make that go faster?
I mean, all of the mechanism, the handle that turns it, is in there.
I've got like bags and bags of different tools for different mechanisms and all sorts. Can I get in there and just make this engine like efficient?
Yeah, I mean, you're an artificer. This is kind of in your wheelhouse. So, yeah, you want to soup up the engine?
Yeah.
Okay, make a roll with your weaver's tools. Your tinker's tools.
Oh! Yeah, 19.
19.
That.
Yeah, you see that this is an old mechanism with a little bit of oil, a little bit of elbow grease, a little bit of rewiring. The pace of the sail starts to get faster and faster and faster.
Do we maybe hear the far side of the windmill start to creak and pull up from the ground?
you feel it like it's spinning so fast it's starting to almost strain against its foundations. But you're going to need to do something to get it lighter or to somehow give it some lift if you genuinely want to turn this into a helicopter.
Daisy, should you and I go downstairs and do that? You know, bend with our knees.
I've seen this principle before. I had a friend, Icarus, who tried something like this. This thing needs wings.
Okay. I was going to tip it over, but no, wings are good too.
I don't know, can we kind of like...
Well, I mean, obviously, so there's like big rolls of fabric that the corsets are ground from.
Oh, and the corsets, they're like, you stitch them together at the, you do that at the front and the back. So if we open them up, we could just kind of keep, tying them together.
Daisy chain them.
Yeah.
I approve.
Okay, let me just check my Dungeon Master screen for what you roll for that. Survival. I want you, anyone who's contributing to this can roll survival to see whether you can rig up this this device.
Yeah, so we're like, I'm just trying to work out physically how this works. So we must be like, so they need to come out the sides of the building, right?
Yes.
And so like we can kind of like saw maybe some segments of this windmill off so they're kind of flat to the side and then fasten corsets to them. Yeah, great. Cool. I'm just working out what I'm doing.
I mean, it's not a difficult concept. We're just, turning a windmill into a helicopter.
We briefly cut to outside. The two guards standing outside the door turn to each other. One says, "Do you think we should go in and check on the mayor?" I'll give it another couple of minutes.
Are you there? Magic. Magic person.
Yeah.
You got any... You know what I'm saying.
I do. After assessing everything that is happening, I do not think I can help. I am here for encouragement and support. You guys are doing great. Yay!
Keep an eye out the window and make sure nothing comes our way.
Okay, that I'll do.
Actually, Brendon, did you say that the unit needs to be lighter?
That would be one way to give it some lift, yeah.
I'll start spraying acid everywhere.
So you spray acid onto the foundations of the windmill, which it starts to eat away at the point where the walls join with the foundations. Okay, well, now I need these survival rolls. That's what we're doing.
Hey, 19.
7.
3.
11.
Okay, here's what I think happens. Yes, the acid eats away at it, but only the very top part of the windmill actually lifts off. Your acid has weakened it too much, and so it starts to lift off, and the 5 of you are just like hanging on to it as it flies away. And Norman, at this point, your clothing decision has a consequence, in that everyone, as the windmill takes off and flies over the camp, everyone looks up, and there's Norman dangling there.
It's the team bonding episode. Yep.
And you can see the anger and the fury through the camp, and you hear Baz say, "Oh, that's it. Now we attack." And as the entire camp, as one, jumps to their feet, grabs their weapon, and begin charging towards the village, with you flying above them. This is the moment where we take our intermission. A big round of applause for our amazing performers! Welcome back to our dramatic, climactic showdown. Do we need to say anything? Or I think we should just get into it.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to...
How's Anita doing?
Any questions?
Yeah. No, I just had a side quest during the intermission, but we're all okay again.
Oh.
Not quite outside, not quite inside.
We went on a scavenger hunt with the staff. It was great. Like, we're all okay, no one died.
What more could you ask from any adventure? It may be more than these adventurers could ask for. Wasn't Andrew Kepple playing a blinder in the first half? Give Andrew another round of applause. The four of you have just escaped from the camp of the bandits by means of a improvised helicopter, but in the process you so enraged them that they are now heading towards the village, intent on destroying it.
It's really good.
In recognition of your creativity, I'd like to give you each a point of inspiration. Now, these can, of course, can be used at any point to re-roll the dice, but I'm going to give you one other way that you can use your inspiration in this game. I would love a kind of a Seven Samurai feel to this as you try and defend a village. So let's imagine that when Girdle brought you to the village, in the hours before you set out to infiltrate the camp, you took a little bit of time to help the villagers prepare their defences.
Okay.
So, at any point during this second half of the adventure, you can spend a point of inspiration to describe something that you helped the villagers prepare as part of their defences. A kind of a flashback, I guess.
I understand it now, without having seen Seven Samurai.
That doesn't use flashbacks. It's
Oh, I see.
just...
There's not a scene in Seven Samurai where they go, actually, no, a couple of hours ago I did. It's not in there.
Everyone goes,
It's actually a long time since I've seen it, so I might be wrong about that. So, the four of you crash down in the middle of a town square.
Ow!
The rotor of your helicopter still spinning. I'd like you all to make a dexterity saving throw to see how you land.
14.
20.
14.
Ooh, 11.
All of you managed to land. Russell, very gracefully. I guess you float. And remarkably, the mayor does one of those 3-point landings.
Like a superhero landing.
Yeah, and all the villagers are like, that's why we elected him. So Girdle runs up to you and he says, "Oh, I can see the The band's approaching. They look angry.
Don't worry. Remember all that preparation we did?
I don't remember it yet, but I'm sure I will. But whatever happens, I'll stand beside you.
Aw.
You're brave, little man. And I like that.
Oh. Thank you. And he has improvised a weapon. I guess he's got like a whip made of socks tied together. It's the best he could do. So, you see this onrushing horde come towards you. And then two of the roadies scuttle ahead. And they have open up boxes, and smoke pours out of the box, hiding the approaching army from your view.
I'm like, Norman, give me a hand. And
Okay.
And I go back to the wreckage of the helicopter that we just that crash landed on and prop it back up.
Okay, yeah, you give the blade another spin, and yeah, it blows. It blows away the smoke screen, and you see all of the roadies like mid-tiptoe. But caught out, they then kind of scatter. One group goes one way, one group goes the other, and the remaining group goes up the middle. It seems that they're trying to kind of form a pincer movement.
Oh no, this is a trident.
They're trying to form a trident maneuver. How are you going to array yourselves?
I start taking my walking stick and screwing my axe head onto the end of it in preparation.
Okay, you're going to face down this middle group. Who's going to take the left? Who's going to take the right?
Yes, I will go on the left.
I'll go in the middle too.
Is that me on the right then? Alright, I'm just going to mix up a quick experimental elixir and like smash it over my head or something.
Okay.
I don't think I have a digestive system.
Alright, I think you need to roll a dice to see what kind of elixir you come up with.
Oh yeah, could I have a D6 please, Brendon?
I think I've got one of those. Where's my D6
Oh,
go?
D6.
Hey, thank you very much.
Roughly the same.
I gain the power of transformation. Body transformed as if by alter self. The drinker determines the form. Usually it just tells you what's going to happen. Now I have to think of a thing. Come back to me and I'll tell you a real good thing.
All right. On the right, Daisy.
Left.
On the left, Daisy.
I blink between the two. I set up a hologram of me.
Describe the terrain in front of you that you're defending.
The terrain?
Yes.
It's a hill slowly descending down into a grassy ramp that comes towards me. The clothing lines of the village sway lazily at my side in the midnight breeze. Is that what you're hoping for?
It's beautiful.
Okay.
It's beautiful. Yes, and you see the roadies appear at the top of the hill. They're pushing rocks, which they then start to roll down the hill towards you.
Oh, bring it. I remember my days at prep school. I kind of positioned a hammer slowly between my hips, and then I'm just square it up, and then kind of squint, and I'm ready for the first boulder to come within striking range.
All right, are you playing croquet?
Yeah. That's right.
So one of these rocks rolls towards you between the clotheslines. It's heading straight towards you. Why don't you make an attack roll
Right.
if your goal is to hit?
It most certainly is. Great. Here we go. 22.
You have you've got complete control. You can hit that wherever you want.
Yep. What I do is I pirouette 3 times, and I do whoosh, and I just want to send the boulder right back up the middle. And if there's any of them looking like they're standing in a particular pyramidical formation, and I'm aiming for those, the first most of them.
All right. They at first they're congratulating themselves on their great move. So it's only at the last moment that they realise what has happened, and they try to leap out of the way. So your boulder crashes through them, but leaving one standing. Who then the two of them look at each other, and then they charge down towards you, holding axes aloft, ready to attack. And at that moment, we cut to the middle, where the main force is coming. So in front of you is open territory, and then there's the main boulevard going to the town square. Behind you is a windmill, unexpectedly. To the side of you, there's some rows of houses. What do you do?
I like to cast Ray of Sickness. I like to do it on the windmill. Hey Norman, can you spin it for me, please?
I think so.
Thank you. So I like the waft of sickness to go to the big crowd.
Okay. So almost like light hitting a disco ball.
Oh,
the beams of sickness are reflected out from the sails.
Yeah.
Yes. So
I need to make the attack.
yes. So you're going to make your attack, but it's going to be reflected onto all of the approaching roadies. I think you should make another attack, since it is being multiplied by the wind.
How many? I might as well just do multiple.
That's fair. Roll 3 more. There are 4 sails on.
All right, we got 12. We got 10. I'm gonna re-roll that because that was the thing. And 5.
Okay.
I deserve to be here.
So the beams strike at the roadies, but they're roadies.
Classic mistake.
They're so hungover that they don't even notice. And they keep charging towards you. At which point we go to the right. What's the terrain that they have in front of them?
It's sort of a dirt road, and lying in the dirt road is a guitar pick. That if you look really closely appears to be wearing a hat.
So they're running along the road, and of course every instinct in their body demands that a pick left on the ground must be picked up. So the lead roadie reaches down to pick up the pick. then he puts it in his pocket.
Mhm.
And then he keeps running into the village.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So back in the centre, these roadies have now pulled out Roman candles, essentially, and they are going to like bolts of fire. Groman candles. Bursts of fire are going to come out of them as they activate their pyro. So they're going to fire. Okay, all right. Belle, you take 9 fire damage, and Norman, you take 10 fire damage.
I nearly did.
But it looks awesome.
Oh, right.
Really cool.
I cast Summon Werther's Originals.
A handful of Werther's
A
originals.
handful. How many is that? 5?
5, yeah. Each Werther's original you eat restores 1 hit point. 1 precious hit point.
One hit point, but 100 calories each.
Daisy, I think we better cut back to you.
All right.
Now, you are being descended on by 2 axe-wielding roadies.
Mm-hmm. I hoist up my skirt, and I.
They pause for a moment.
And then I'm like, no. And then I run away from them.
Oh, unexpected, but they feel themselves buoyed by this, and they chase after you.
Good. I keep running.
They keep running as well as you wind between the buildings of the village.
No, I don't run that far.
No, you run in a straight line.
Yeah, I run into, because I'm thinking like two bodies on a trajectory coming towards me. They must be, and given that they're on the opposite base ends of a pyramid shape, right? They must be coming towards like this.
Yes.
Great. Okay. I'm like looking back, and I'm just waiting for not the moment of convergence, but the moment almost there.
Okay.
Okay. Great. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Does that
So that you wait until they ran
even if I have to
closer to each other.
until if I have to jog on the spot, I'll do it. Oh no!
Quick, we're gaining on them. All right, they run right up to you, and they're about to attack you.
Oh, can I
Yes.
say something about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Before I'm about to roll and say something now.
Okay, great. I jump into the clothesline, and then I springboard myself back, and I pivot around, and I lower my horns at them.
Okay, this sounds like athletics.
Yes. And would we also say that this is an unarmed attack?
Yes.
Great. Okay, here it comes. Big boy on a clothesline. It is 23.
Yes, it happens just like you described. And then, yes, one horn spears into each of them.
It happens to a lot of guys.
miss you.
You see,
You were saying?
you see, out of the corner of your eye, through the window in one of the houses, are the 4 roadies that you intimidated earlier and stole their clothes. They're in there where they've clearly been locked up, and one of them is looking out the window at you, at what he just saw. And he's like, I thought I'd seen you naked before. But now, I truly have.
Oh, what do you mean by that? Oh.
A minotaur without his horn.
Oh, now look.
You may say it's non-canonical, but in my mind...
If you breathe a word of this.
he immediately retreats away from the window.
Sit your half-naked butt back down in that house.
All right, now, Belle and Norman, you've been attacked from the front, but unfortunately you're also now attacked from the side as a group of roadies who you thought your good friend Russel was taken care of appear at your flank. What do you do?
Flashback.
Yes, love this.
When I was trying to come up with a trap, I saw all the corsets, and I know that they're made of dead whale bones. So I asked everyone to help me out, and we got all the boning out, and we reconstructed into a whale again. And I used my necromancy skills to bring that bitch to life. Flashback in to present time. I make a whistle noise. I can't make a whistle noise. And then comes out a big old whale boy, and I'm gonna ride it with my jockey jocks. Ready to rock and roll.
Oh my god.
Norman, here's what you see. You're looking at the front, you look to the side, you see a horde of roadies running towards you, and you think, oh no. At that moment, seemingly from nowhere, down a side alley, just comes whoosh! An enormous whale skeleton with a necromancer riding on it just plows straight through them and then disappears from sight again.
Yeehaw! We're done proud.
Yeah, you belong.
Russell, you find yourself suddenly sent flying through the air. As the roadie that you were in the pocket of is sent flying by a skeletal whale.
Okay.
Just letting you know where you are. At this point, the final number of reinforcements arrive in front of you. So Norman and Belle. Belle, you're
I'm somewhere else.
you're still on your whale. It's wriggling its way through the streets of the village.
Like walking with its rib cage? Is that what's happening?
Whoa.
That's awesome.
The remaining roadies, they kneel down and they get out some equipment, and suddenly beams of light shoot out, each one pointing at one of you, as if by a laser light show. You have the feeling that this is going to make you much easier to target.
So they're all in the middle now, are they?
They're all in the middle.
We're all in the middle.
Yes.
Okay.
This is, you've all accumulated now in the town square.
Oh, and they're walking towards us, are they?
Yes.
Flashback. Okay. In the main road, right? I've dug a deep trench for them to fall into, but just to fall into the hole wouldn't be enough. So I've filled the trench with yucky dirt.
There are kids in the audience, man.
So as the roadies stride over this perfectly level road, the mayor turns to the other villagers and says, "See, I told you I'd get those potholes fixed." Is that how you imagined it would go?
No.
Did you dig a hole and then you filled it with dirt? You had a hole.
No. Because there's a hole, and it's like, what's worse than falling in a hole? Oh, I fell in all this dirt. Oh.
I think it's great.
That's yours.
Thank you.
No, that was worth it.
Well
That was good.
spent.
All right, the remaining, I would say, 6 roadies have now crossed the seemingly impassable dirt-filled trench.
These guys might be more dangerous than I thought.
Then one of them pulls out of his pocket a little sack. He opens it up and white powder explodes around them, and they all take a deep inhalation of it. You see a madness come into their eyes.
Oh, talcum powder. That stuff will get you going.
Powder in the air is quite a flammable, static thing, isn't it?
I suppose it is.
I can't make fire.
Well, lucky for you, I can. I cast Hellish Rebuke, which is fire.
So, suddenly just whoosh, the whale skeleton sweeps past again, and Belle just fires off some flames, then Girdle takes a moment to look around at the carnage around. Roadies lying everywhere, piled up like dirt in a ditch. He says, "We did it! I can't believe we did it! We defeated the entire army of roadies.
Oh.
We're safe."
I think there's one more.
Yeah.
And then, smash. A boulder comes flying through the air, colliding with Girdle. Sending him tumbling, landing at the rib cage of your whale,
Yeah,
which is the lowest point, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah. And there, standing behind him, holding another rock, is Baz, the giant rock man. You've caused me a lot of trouble, but now I'm going to cause you a lot of trouble, by which I mean death.
The ultimate trouble.
I'm going to tear this village to the ground. I'm going to leave nothing standing. Then I'm going to build a memorial to what dicks you all are. So that anyone who walks through this, what remains of this village, will think, man, must have been a real bunch of dicks who failed to save this village.
Well, that's not very nice.
Glad you're catching on. And then he's gonna throw that rock away. He doesn't really need it. Instead, he's gonna grab his guitar. And he's gonna play a mighty chord on it. And like thunder, a single note goes flying out towards you. You all need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh. 16.
7.
9.
6.
What if your hearing aid isn't on?
That's fair. That's fair. You can take half damage on this. Now, Russell, you're still a guitar pick,
Yes.
and as such are impervious. Everyone else, you are going to take 7 thunder damage. So you're going to take
3.5 thunder damage.
3.5, yeah. And you find yourself thrown backwards. And then he's going to charge towards you, holding his guitar like an axe.
Is it an electric guitar?
It is.
Does it have a tremolo system? A whammy bar?
Oh, it has a whammy bar.
Okay. What I would like to do is try to get in behind him with some of my Allen keys. And it's going to be a twofold guitar setup related attack. I'll first use the Allen keys.
Okay, hold on. There's 2 obstacles in your way. First, there's going to need to be some kind of distraction, or he will notice this. And second of all, you are currently a guitar pick. And as such, cannot propel yourself.
Okay.
So you will need someone will need to form a distraction, and someone will need to move you into position.
As he brings his guitar overhead, I bring my hammer underneath, and I come to lock weapons with him.
All right, let's make opposed athletics rolls.
Oh.
He rolled a 10.
Yeah, I've got inspiration.
I'm here for you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. I use my inspiration to roll again. 10.
So you lock weapons, forcing each other back and forth. Yeah, it's a real anime moment. Someone's going to need to get Russell into position.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you are still riding a skeletal whale.
No, never mind.
I'm not saying
Do
no.
it? Well, that won't be sneaky at all.
You could get off the whale.
I might do that. I'll get off the whale.
Okay, so you're going to sneak around?
Yeah.
All right, let's see some stealth then.
7.
I think because he's distracted, I will give you advantage.
Oh, you're too kind. Oh, I can help you with that. What if I cast Deafen on him?
Yeah, that did work.
Cool. I cast Deafen on him.
He suddenly feels as if he's taken his hearing aid out. And he's unable to hear your clunky footsteps as you stride around behind him and hold the guitar pick up towards his guitar. And now all this comes down to, Russell, your brilliant plan.
I'm going to raise the saddles, raising the action of the guitar, meaning it will be uncomfortable to play. And as he moves up the neck, it will push the notes out of tune. Now, secondly, I'm assuming that the tremolo system is a Floyd Rose, because this guy sucks. So I'm just going to quickly get out my screwdrivers and just loosen all the stuff that you need for one of those to keep everything in tune. And in short, I just mess up his guitar. The strings are kind of like, he'll strum them and they'll just go...
Okay.
What does he roll for that, Brendon?
I'm not messing with the truss rod, it's all pretty easy stuff.
I think you've been so specific, I think I'm just going to have to give you this one. So here's what I think happens. So the two of you are pushing each other. Then there's that moment where you like push back, and you like take a step back. He smirks. He swings his guitar into playing position, ready to launch another thunder wave at you. He strums the guitar, but as he does so, something feels weird. The thunder wave doesn't shoot out. In fact, it shoots back towards him, sending him staggering backwards. He steps first on nice, stable ground. But then, one foot steps into recently displaced dirt. It slips out from beneath him, and he collapses down into the ditch. Oh, dirt! No!
At that point, I finished my mouthful. I take all my wrapping paper, and if there's one thing I know, paper beats rock. So I jump on his body and I just...
No! He kind of backpedals along the ditch and runs off into the distance, defeated. Did we win?
Good.
Says Gregor.
Brave little man. We did.
Just to know that I helped save the village, it's enough that I could die in peace.
I placed 2 little gold wrappers on his eyes.
That won't be necessary, Norman. I grab the body.
I've seen what you've done to the whale. Just leave him alone.
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to cast Spare the Dying. Boy is now stable, no longer dying. He's still in pain.
This pain will only serve to remind me of your heroism.
Does he have big kind of gaping wounds?
Yes.
I peg them together.
The mayor has watched this all, and he says to himself, "Well, to save someone from death like that, that's something that only someone with a bachelor of necromancy could do."
Yeah.
That's very impressive.
Thank you very much.
If you'd like, you're welcome to stay in the village with us and share in the bounty that nature can provide. There's home for you all here, if you'd like.
No,
No.
thank you.
Actually, was it Girdle? Girdle, you may have mentioned something before about an audience. You had
Yes, here. This ticket will grant you admittance to speak with Lord Everblessed. Oh, it hurts so much. Just to hold this.
I give him one of my pairs of underwear I took earlier just to stop the bleeding.
And to hopefully help him come to terms with death, I'll give him the Y fronts.
Oh, life is pain. And with that, our adventure comes to an end. A big round of applause for Rachel. Thank you so much for coming along, everyone. If you'd like to listen to our other shows, they're available as a podcast. We also record our episodes and put them up on YouTube. Just look for Dungeons and Comedians and you should be able to find us. Tickets for our next show are on sale. That's next month. So that's pretty much it. Big round of applause for Andrew Kepple!